Good day, sir.
Merhaba. Good day to be alive.
And, by extension, a poor day to take a bullet. Why are you just standing there?
I came to take the deceased to the cemetery, but caught sight of Mother Nature's bounty and had to drink my fill. He won't mind anyway. Let me tell you, friend. The sweet sea air, the calming whisper of the waves, it's a salve for all ills.
Do you know what happened here?
Officer said there was a duel, shots fired, and then that fellow took his last breath. Reminds me of last year.
So the inspectors have been and gone?
Of course. Police don't let an undertaker do his work before they've finished theirs.
You mentioned a previous incident.
It was in the old city ruins. I remember the deceased was very rich. Front page news, very, very rich he was. But a coin makes a poor shield, as I always say. And who needs it when a view like this is free?
Who died?
Oh, no, mister. It is not my place to say.
Not your place. Nonsense. As you say, he won't mind.
Death with dignity, that's all we can hope for, sir. He doesn't need his name out there.
We're done.
This man is no more. He's ceased to be. He's expired and gone to meet his maker. He's a stiff. Bereft of life, he rests in peace. You know the rest.
The bullet entered the heart at an angle, implying it was fired from an elevated position. He died instantly. Predictably, the rumours were exaggerated. The blindfold is intact, with both eyes unharmed. A Webley top-break revolver. Blank cartridges filled with a wax-covered gelatin bullet. Effectively harmless, even at close range, but leaves a... A key for a birdcage? I'll take it. A blindfold, discarded or lost. Your opponent was behind you. The duelist eventually reloaded his gun, but all the cartridges were filled with red non-lethal rounds. Red stains, relatively fresh. An Amat revolver, .42 caliber. One chamber is empty, the others are filled with live rounds.
You know what? That undertaker has a point. It is beautiful here.
Blank cartridges filled with red wax-covered gelatin bullets. Most assuredly non-lethal, if rather theatrical on impact. A case for dueling Webley revolvers. The corner of the box is broken, likely from being dropped.
Gosh, how exciting. I always wanted to be a member of a club. I bet you couldn't join. No good at following orders, are you, Sherry?
Ah, the contest then. I shall prove my blind devotion, so to speak, to their inane rules, and you shall eat your words. The victim was killed by someone up on the wall. It may have been the referee who took advantage of the duelists while they were blindfolded. This seems plausible. The victim was killed by someone up on the wall. There may have been someone else here, a fourth person waiting for an opportunity to strike.
Sometimes I think beauty can blind you, or you can be blind to beauty, you know? Did he see it all around him, do you think, before he covered his eyes and drew his pistol?
Can we please leave the nattering behind?
Oh, friend, relax. Life's too short to be short with people.
There is more to this case than meets the eye. The victim fell not to his dual opponent, but to hidden marksmen in the ruins. Abandon your oversimplistic ideals and tell me the name of the deceased so his killer can be caught.
Ah, that is wrong, to be sure. Okay, the man's name was Eric von Staub. I heard the officers say that he lived in Scaladio.
At last. You may return to your vacant stare.
I love this place. So peaceful here, yes?
I wish to be alone.
Miss von Staub is awaiting the police, sir. Perhaps you might visit on another day. Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir.
Good day, miss. I regret to disturb you at this tragic time, but could you spare a moment?
Oh, officer, I've been waiting. Is his body still in that horrible place?
A horrible place? I should introduce you to the undertaker. But first, you and I shall get to know one another. I am Officer Holmes. I take it you are Magda von Staub, the sister of the deceased?
Oh, pardon me. Yes, I am.
My deepest condolences, Miss von Staub. Your brother's body will be returned to you shortly, as I believe the case will soon be closed. Nevertheless, there remain some formalities requiring attention. May I ask you a few questions?
Oh, if you must. but I'm unsure if I will be of much help.
Do you know if Mr. von Staub had any enemies? Someone that may have sought to do him harm?
Enemies? I don't know. He and I did not discuss such matters, and he was rarely called upon by visitors. My brother's only guests were his friendly contests, but I was not allowed to participate. I merely heard it all from my room.
Contests?
Eric would practice shooting on the patio, and occasionally friends would join him, but I couldn't tell you if they ever argued.
Where were you when your brother died, Miss von Staub?
I was here painting Eric's portrait. My God, you could have asked the servants.
Alas, I needed to hear it from your lips. Forgive my intrusion, but I must inquire about your bruises. Did you take a tumble?
Oh, I have a weak disposition. It is not so bad, but my skin marks more easily than a peach. It is the least of my sorrows.
But, Miss von Staub, I can tell you suffered new bruises even before the old ones had healed.
I have nothing more to add, Officer Holmes. It is what it is.
May I take a look at Mr. von Staub's room? His personal effects may prove invaluable in our understanding of the case.
Please do. Here's the key.
Our beloved parents, 1875, Baden-Baden. Rest in peace. It appears the parents are dearly missed. How many German composers feature here?
Look at those vases, Sherry. Bet they cost a fortune. Shame if someone broke them. Oh, I love it when you're reckless. Were those Limoges porcelain?
You have a keen eye.
Well, I suppose it's yours. Next time, shoot with a blindfold. Pew, 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 pew.
Can I ask you a question?
I'll gladly tell you everything I know, officer.
a wealthy man in his 60s. Sir Barnaby Boddington, 1879. A typical crest for a league or a guild. Club headquarters, 190th anniversary celebration. This whip is well loved and well used. An ointment by a Dr. Herbert with a lavender and pine scent. Excellent score. She covered the locked windows with paintings, but the atmosphere remains oppressive. Sad home for a young woman. The end and the beginning. A handsome portrait of Eric. Miss von Staub does have talent. The rounds have been emptied. The black paint looks thick. It's been mixed with something. I found burnt letters in your brother's room. I believe they were addressed to you.
To me? From whom?
They appear to be from some of your suitors. Why did you burn them?
I didn't. I didn't even know about them. Eric, he never said a word.
There is an unfinished portrait of your brother in your room. Beautiful to be sure, but one detail drew my attention. Why did you add gunpowder to your black paint?
You entered my room? I thought you were only inspecting Eric's.
It is standard procedure, Miss von Staub. Now, tell me about the gunpowder.
Eric's art was his shooting, and this painting is my tribute to him. It felt appropriate. We're both artists in different ways. I beg your pardon?
It seems you and Mr. Boddington were to be engaged. Were you as thrilled at the prospect as your brother?
Mr. Boddington is not how I had imagined my husband. But it was Eric's choice. I didn't dare dispute it. I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't follow. I don't understand.
One of the revolver cases in your brother's room is missing. Do you know where it may be?
I'm not permitted in Eric's quarters. I suppose he must have taken it with him.
Is this familiar to you?
Yes, sir. It'll be an honor to help you.
مرحبا.
Can I ask you a question?
I'll help you, sir. You have my full attention.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. Club members only. Please come in, sir.
Fancy? Not every manor has a custom floor.
That is the von Kramkress, the old Prussian noble family. They must be patrons of the club.
The floor is so smooth and slippery. I wonder if I could skate on it. How often do you think they check the submission box? My application deserves prompt consideration.
It's the killer. Shake a leg. Get him.
Time to knock.
Too simple.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
I can overcome the brute now. Don't bother. The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live. No more crime for you until next month.
I thought we were against murder.
It's the killer. Shake a leg. Get him.
Dodge this!
Take a rest, my friend.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
We can overcome the brute now.
Good day. Don't bother moving.
The snuff's ready.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Time to knock this guy.
Don't cry, you'll live. Don't bother moving.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I couldn't miss the party.
Too simple.
I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend. Don't cry, you'll live.
The snuff's ready.
Don't bother moving. You've lost. Take a rest, my friend.
I must say, Sherry, that was near perfect. Could it be that you're not completely hopeless?
Clever system. The same ingredient was used in the dueling revolver's ammunition. All these places are perfectly secluded, ideal for private duels. Two glasses with dregs of alcohol. Should I pour us a drink, John? A nice apricot aroma. Marillen schnapps, I presume. Half full. Glass crushed underfoot with damp traces still visible.
Who the devil are you? I won't go down without a fight.
Sherlock Holmes. And if I wanted a fight, you would already be on the floor. Fortunately for you, I'm merely here to ask a few questions.
Is that so? Well, come on, pretty boy. How about I fix that nose of yours? Give it a bit more character.
Enough. Your compatriots attacked me and I responded. They still have their lives, unlike Mr. von Staub.
True. At least you are not a murderer. Fine, you may speak.
So, you are Mr. von Kram, one of the club's best shots, the referee of the deadly duel, and witness to Mr. von Staub's murder.
Incorrect. I am the best shot at the club. Heinrich Vögen von Kram. But how did you know I was there?
Your clothes, Mr. von Kram. The dirt on your trousers confirms your presence in the old ruins. And your jacket features a bloodstain from your attempts to save Mr. von Staub.
That is impressive.
It is merely inferential. Now, a few questions, if I may.
Be my guest. I have nothing to hide.
I'd like to speak with the other competitor.
He left the island. Mr. Dorfman was sure that the killer was after him. He is innocent, I assure you.
Indeed, from his position it would be impossible to fire the bullet at such a downward trajectory, but he was a witness. Shame. So, what transpired in the old ruins?
Everything began as normal. The signatures, choice of weapons. I checked it all, and then blindfolded the duelists. Erich stood to my left, and his opponent, Mr. Dorfman, to my right. Before they could begin, the killer fired. And I'm sure it was not Dorfman.
Why are you so sure?
The sound was different. Not a Webley revolver, and further away. The killer must be an excellent shot to hit the heart.
You said the killer was an excellent shot. Do you suspect someone from the club?
Definitely not. No one from the club would break our rules.
Did you or the other duelist see the murderer?
No. The killer slipped away into the hills, so we turned our attention to Erich. Rest his soul.
And neither of you pursued the culprit?
I will not have my character impugned. We had only blank cartridges and a fallen friend at our feet. He was our focus.
What transpired after the shooting?
I heard Erich cry out and fall. Mr. Dorfman turned and fired at the killer, but I shouted at him to stop and help. I tried to save Erich, but it was too late. He was gone. I've never seen this before. I can't help you with this. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen this before. I can't help you with this.
You have a nice collection of pistols, Mr. von Kram.
Ah, a fellow connoisseur of firearms. Did something catch your eye?
What caught my eye is a missing Lamat. Where is it?
Ah, that one. I lost it in a bet. A rare failure of mine.
A bet with whom?
That's private, Mr. Holmes, and unrelated to your investigation. I don't know what you're talking about. 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 I've never seen this before. I can't help you with this. I've never seen this before. I can't help you with this. I've never seen this before.
It seems you owed Mr. von Staub a small fortune.
A fortune to you, perhaps, but a trifle to me. Our debts ebbed and flowed. In our next contest, there was every chance I would win it back. Eric was too concerned about all that. Frankly, he often lacked the demeanor of a nobleman. His progressive tendencies could be grating.
Last year, there was a similar incident in which a duelist died. What can you tell me?
A tragedy. I shot too well, and my opponent stumbled from the impact. He slipped and fell down the cliff. I regret it all. I have not participated in a duel since. Instead, I only take the role of a referee and supervise the proceedings for safety. I swore that no other club member would die in a duel. Alas, someone else intervened. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. I don't know what you're talking about.
As it happens, a Lamat .42 caliber revolver was discovered at the crime scene. You said you were missing a Lamat, yes?
I did, but my Lamat was a .36 caliber.
And you can prove that?
My word is proof enough. If I said it, it is true. Can we just get this over with?
Addressed to Heinrich von Kram and written with a nervous hand. Addressed to Heinrich von Kram and written with a nervous hand. Arrived just yesterday.
Look, Sherry, I'm head of the club.
A remarkable tool to conveniently enhance anything. I could use one for my analysis. Recordings labelled in Braille.
Your ability to perceive the world can be developed with work and concentration.
Doesn't appear to be the happiest childhood. Cecilia von Kram with Heinrich, Cologne, 1864. Mein Wunder. You and Eric were competing for the position of honorary consul, yes? Quite the title.
We were, but he stood no chance. Only a true nobleman could take such a role.
Difficult for him to contest it now. I need to be elsewhere. How to sharpen one's senses. There must be more you can recall from the day of the duel.
I wish. My eyes make me a poor witness, I'm afraid.
Yes, your blindness. An affliction since childhood, one presumes. No scars on your face, and you carry yourself with confidence.
I'm starting to see your worth, Mr. Holmes.
But this limitation developed your other senses and made you an excellent marksman. So, tell me, did you notice anything else?
I do recall a floral smell. Something artificial. It was sweet and fresh and came from the direction of the killer.
Do you recognize this scent?
Yes. This is it. The smell I noticed at the ruins. Where did you get it? Do you know who killed Eric? Tell me his name.
I need to be elsewhere.
Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir.
Going on a trip, miss?
No, I'm leaving permanently. This place brought me nothing but sorrow. I am sorry. What do you want?
I think the time has come to be honest with each other, Miss von Staub. I'll start with my confession. I misled you in our previous meeting. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I do not work for the police.
What? I don't understand.
In actuality, I was independently investigating your brother's death and came to an unexpected conclusion.
How? Why?
It was not a tragic accident, miss. It was cold-blooded murder. And I know the culprit.
No. Who is he?
Nice try, but as you well know, I'm talking to the culprit right now.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Certainly not. Allow me to explain how you killed your brother.
This is absurd. I've never even been to that cursed place. None of that makes a whit of sense. This is monstrous. I cannot endure any more of this nonsense. Eric was my brother, and I am in mourning.
All that is left is your confession.
All that is left is your departure. Take your garbled theories elsewhere.
The law is the law, and murder is murder. You should have sought freedom through more civil means.
The sickness of men runs deep. You dare speak to my civility. You dare tell me what I must endure. That evidence of yours will prove nothing, and then I will show you what it means to be uncivil.
Good day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you in her boudoir.
Going on a trip, miss?
No, I'm leaving permanently. This place brought me nothing but sorrow. I am sorry. What do you want?
I think the time has come to be honest with each other, Miss von Staub. I'll start with my confession. I misled you in our previous meeting. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I do not work for the police.
What? I don't understand.
In actuality, I was independently investigating your brother's death and came to an unexpected conclusion.
How? Why?
It was not a tragic accident, miss. It was cold-blooded murder. And I know the culprit.
No. Who is he?
Nice try, but as you well know, I'm talking to the culprit right now.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Certainly not. Allow me to explain how you killed your brother. The missing box in your brother's room contained a lamat, the same weapon used for the murder. You stole it to kill your brother.
What? No. Eric was obsessed with guns. I bet he simply left that revolver somewhere else.
Yes, it was left somewhere else. The crime scene. Abandoned in panic. A typical feminine response.
No, I've never been to that cursed place.
You hid behind the wall in the ruins. None of the others present could have killed Eric from that position. Both the duelists were blindfolded, and Mr. von Cram is ill-sighted.
So nobody saw anything? Your imagination has run wild.
Ah, but you forget one thing. A blind man's other senses grow stronger. Mr. von Cram detected a lavender and pine scent. That of your ointment.
You're taking the word of a sightless man. This is monstrous.
It is your brother who was monstrous. He was a tyrant and you could tolerate his abuse no longer.
Living with Eric was a nightmare, yes. But he was my brother.
Now, Miss von Staub, take your time. Tell me the truth.
After our parents died, my life slowly became hell. My brother began to humiliate me. Then he became violent. Each day he'd invent a new punishment. Shut my room, burn my paintings, starve me. And without fail, I would be beaten. All visits were forbidden, all contact verboten. I was his caged bird, his pet. When we did go out, he used me to bait influential people. He sold me to Mr. Boddington simply to earn a place amongst this island's elite.
Was that not freedom from your brother?
He sold me as a thing, sir. Who do you think this gentleman was? I could not endure more cruelty. Mr. Holmes, I'm begging you. Please don't do this to me. Don't throw me from one cage to another.
You have suffered enough, Miss von Staub, but now it is over. I will not turn you in to the police.
I don't know what to say. What will happen with the case?
The usual. With their typical stupidity, the inspectors will confidently declare the case a tragic accident, and that will be that.
I didn't expect such kindness.
Kindness? No, where the truth reveals injustice, I expect accountability, but in this matter, Miss von Staub, I see no injustice at all.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. I'll never forget what you're doing.
I am behind you 100%. I'm sure Miss von Staub wouldn't waste a chance for a bet. Alive.
Extra, extra! Turning a blind eye. A blind to... Interested in some Cordona news? Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Kiss mark. It's the work of a siren, I'm telling you.
What's that? Oh, who is it?
Here to gawk at the bloater?
Not at all, officer. Perhaps I can help.
Help with what exactly? Solving an accident? Fellow drank himself to death, literally. Case closed. It's not the first case, neither. A few days ago, another drunken sailor drowned himself in a fountain.
I would like to take a look around.
Go ahead. Just don't disturb the evidence, all right? I still have to write my report.
There's talk on the streets that a siren could be responsible for the drownings.
A siren? You mean the bird woman kind? Why, of course, we've got sirens aplenty round here. Harpies, too. Oh, please.
What can you tell me about the other sailor?
Nothing to tell. Some rich chap complained about a dead body in a fountain. Wasn't me who inspected the scene, though. Should have gone easy on the bottle, if you ask me. They get to shore, they start drinking like fish. Too bad booze doesn't make them grow gills, eh?
Who's it?
His whole body is tense, stiffened by rigor mortis. A kiss on the forehead is quite intimate, but the vulgar lip rouge suggests a different type of intimacy. Interesting.
What's happened? Who is it?
The face is frozen in a contorted smile.
Oh, my goodness. Who's it?
Worn, soaked boots, size 8.
What's happened?
His fingers are clenched as if he's clutching to life even now. Something smells fishy here, and it's not brine. It's a good thing the tide hasn't washed away the tracks. I should inspect them more closely. It's a good thing the tide hasn't washed away the tracks. I should inspect them more closely. There's still some left, just enough for a tipple. Siren's song. The rumours weren't so absurd after all.
What's happened? Who is it?
A bright red lip rouge mark. Light tobacco with a hint of citrus.
What's happened?
sediment contained cyanide. It turns out he was poisoned.
Didn't the copper say that fellow drank himself to death? He wasn't wrong.
What now? I've still got my report to write, so make it quick.
I hate to break it to you, officer, but it wasn't an accident.
Care to elaborate, smarty boots?
The bottle of wine I found near the victim had been poisoned with cyanide. He was dead before he hit the water.
Whoa, that's a twist. Any leads on the poisoner?
Nothing to put my finger on, but I might need to inspect the other drowned sailor.
Well, of course I won't stop you. It's not my case anyway. We had a complaint about a body in a fountain. Can't have bodies laying about in fountains, can we? It was somewhere in Scaladio, as far as I know. You think they're connected?
That is what I intend to find out. Thank you.
What's happened? Oh, who is it?
Oh, look, they drained the fountain and removed the body. I'm too late.
No matter, we'll work with what we have.
Drowning in a 2 feet deep fountain? I've seen some things, but this really takes the biscuit.
Last week's newspaper, the front page reads, "Sky is the limit, Governor funds Arsenal's second airship." A broken bottle with no label. A bright red lip rouge mark. Light tobacco with a hint of citrus. The victim won't be needing his cap anymore. I might as well take it. This wine, again. Don't sailors prefer spirits? Drained to the last drop. Drained to the last drop. Ugh, the litter bin is right there. A cotton shawl, could it be our sirens? A worn leather tobacco pouch, salt-stained from a long time at sea.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
This sailor is another victim of the same woman. She poisoned him and pushed him into the fountain to make it look like an accident.
Sherlock, the spot where he fell, I saw something. Maybe you should take a look.
A water-soaked matchbox from the Drinking Dutchman. Must be a local pub.
Blimey, the great detective is baffled by a piece of cutlery.
Venetian copper soldi. Authentic, but worthless.
I'm shipping up to Boston in a few days. I haven't seen my family in ages.
What can I get you, mate?
Nah, I'm good. Don't want to end up like that guy who drowned in the fountain after having one too many.
Aye, I know the fella. Shame, damn shame. But let me tell ya, it wasn't the drink that got him. 'Twas a curse.
You're pulling my leg.
No kidding, mate. You sail long enough, you start taking it seriously. He was from HMS Achilles. Some British schooner, nothing special. Except one of them Jack Tars shot an albatross. Everyone knows it's bad luck. Everyone. The dimwit brought the curse upon his whole crew. 3 are dead already.
Wait, I've heard of only 2 such accidents. Are you saying that another man drowned?
Drowned or not, they've all kicked the bucket. Just this morning, another member of the crew was found dead. It's a curse, I'm telling ya.
Now we're obliged to find out.
It must indeed be the curse, but how do you know all that?
Why, he told me the whole story himself.
The victim told you?
His crewmate. The one who killed an albatross, Harry Thorne. He's renting a room upstairs. Every day, he gets completely rat-arsed, raving on and on about the bird around his neck. He's sleeping it off right now. But when the blighter wakes up, it'll be the same thing all over again.
Do you have a free room?
Certainly do. Dirt cheap. Here's the key. Go pick anyone you like.
Oh, it smells of stale cigarettes and damp bedsheets. Not exactly the best place to stay in town. Oh, the smell alone makes me feel groggy.
If he stopped drinking, the entire alcohol industry would collapse.
He's out cold. No use trying to wake him.
Oof, he's really gone on a binge.
The photo of the cursed crew. Here's Thorne, and right next to him, our first drowning victim. Crew of HMS Achilles, Cordona, 1879.
Pretty free with her kisses.
Perhaps too much for her own good.
Now we walk into a trap, guns blazing. The game is afoot, Sherry boy.
Well said. I think I'll borrow that line from you, old chum.
Call me John the Cannonball. Do you like my moves?
Harry, it's you! I knew you'd come. It's been so long, but you haven't changed a bit. I don't suppose you remember me, do you?
You must be Eloise, yes? I got your letter.
Wonderful. No point beating around the bush then. I've missed you, love. I wonder if you still have your prowess. Why don't we go to my place for some wine and something extra?
How could I refuse such an offer from a pretty girl like you? Let's go right now.
Wonderful. Follow me. It's not far from here. Well, here we are. Make yourself comfortable, love. There's wine on the table. You should have some, loosen you up. Bring out your naughty side.
Won't you drink with me?
Absolutely. I'll join you in a minute. I just need to powder my nose.
All right, then. I'll be waiting for you, pet.
Did you just call her pet? Seriously? Boy, you are truly... hopeless, Sherlock.
Siren's song. She is consistent, I'll give her that.
A fresh lick of paint, some warm touches, and anyone could call this place a home. Hurry up, she'll be out any second.
HMS Achilles, Friday, 5 p.m. She prepared for their arrival. The beloved child of a rich family.
Come on, hurry up. This lip rouge looks good on her. Just saying.
White powder with a bitter almond-like odour. These are no smelling salts. It's cyanide. Ah, she's smoking citrus-flavoured cigarettes. The dots connect.
Oh, here she comes.
Sorry for making you wait, sweetie. I hope the wine has kept you good company.
Cyanide is not exactly the best company.
Wait, what's happening?
It's time I drop my act. This beard is false. I'm not Harry Thorne.
Oh, I see. You're from the police then, yes? Here to question me?
There's no need. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I know that you killed Thorne's crewmates, and I know why.
Well, Mr. Holmes, you can save your breath. I won't deny a thing. But please, stop tormenting me with this farce. Do what you must.
I will keep it a secret, but you do have to stop.
How can I stop now after all I've done? I thought it would bring me solace. Stupid. It is too late.
You cannot undo what you've done, that much is true, but it's not too late to move on. It's never too late.
You're right. You must be right. I knew it all along, I just didn't have it in me to admit it.
I'm glad that you do now. And here's your shawl. Try not to lose it again.
I won't. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Thank you so much.
unholy howls keeping you inside at night? Luigi can help. All ghosts gone. Meet on Southern Pier of the Silverton Port. Donations gratefully accepted. This town loves the supernatural, but all I see is another scam to disprove.
The world shrivels under a skeptic's eye. That's why you're so sullen, Sherry. You leave no room for delight in the magical.
I delight in making the unknown known. Let us begin by asking someone about the poster and then pay this Luigi a visit at the port. Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Of course. Let me help you.
Someone is playing on people's ignorance and fear.
Or someone is bravely going toe-to-toe with an otherworldly evil to protect the innocent. You're the hero people deserve, but he's the one they need.
Not much brandy was spilled when the bottle broke. Someone had drunk most of it already. Not enough blood for a murder, but plenty to suggest fists were flying in a collie shangles. I wonder if Luigi made it himself.
I reckon the ghost is responsible for all this mess.
Don't jump to conclusions. Until we locate any evidence to the contrary, we shall continue to exclude the supernatural. Let me concentrate, John. The ghost hunter's stand was here. Someone stormed up angrily.
Let me take it from here. It was the ghost of Cordona, a horrific being, formless, with evil eyes and glassy skin that shimmered like a nebula. It lurched towards its foe.
No, John, it was human. We're staring at the evidence of a scuffle between men.
A little imagination never hurt anybody.
If a mark realizes they've been had, that the fear was baseless, the money defrauded, they will likely return to voice their displeasure. And thus Luigi took a beating. Fools should have at least moved locations between scams. After the attack, he fled bloodied and bruised. Looks like he crawled that way. The empty bottle suggested intoxication. This vomit confirms it.
Well, if you were tailing supernatural creatures for a living, wouldn't you start drinking?
Thanks to you, I am often forced to tail the supernatural, and yet I'm still sober. Mostly. there's a bottle missing. After expelling all the alcohol from his stomach, it seemed he was compelled to replenish it.
Perhaps because booze eases the pain of his lonely and dangerous life as a ghost hunter.
You need to stop reading the Penny Dreadfuls. Looks like an appropriate home for a ghost hunter.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Donations, one presumes. The painter definitely has an aesthetic. Handcrafted, actually rather beautiful work. An eerie and unsettling sound. So this is where all the money was going. So you see, John, nothing supernatural, just a drunken lowlife fooling superstitious sailors for a living. You can't argue with the truth. The truth will out no matter what one does. You can embellish it all you like, but you're just delaying the inevitable.
Well, he can delay it no more. After what happened at the port, this scam won't work again.
I'm coming. Eat lead!
Too simple.
can overcome the brute now.
No more crime for you.
The snuff's ready. He's all yours now. Go for it.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I couldn't miss the party.
No more crime for you.
The snuff.
I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend. Don't cry, you'll live.
Get ready for some pain. I couldn't miss the party.
Take a rest.
Give him... Can overcome the brute now.
Just die.
Too simple.
I'm coming.
Time to knock this guy out.
Don't cry, you'll live. No more crime for you.
The snuff's ready.
Nice affordable.
Don't miss out on the best carpets on the island.
Another knife in the pillar. Another. Another knife in...
Selam.
Nice to see you. Nice weather. Hello.
It was an early morning. For some reason, we snuck out of the house and crossed the bridge into Miner's End.
We were always adventuring, Sherry. Focus on the bow. That's what's important here.
Yes, I remember. It was huge, but wait. How did we find it? I think there was someone else. Oh, of course, Toby, our furry partner in crime, John. How could I have forgotten?
Whoa, it was quite a while ago. Hey, do you remember how we met him?
I remember bell sounds and sweat and the smell of incense. I think it was at the church in Western Miner's End. Let's find the place.
Salty breeze, warm sand. Oh, I wish we spent more time relaxing.
Hey.
Merhaba.
Do you know anything about this?
Yes, of course. Let me tell you what I know.
Can't wait to recall how we first met Toby.
The morning sun was shining and church bells called the town to mass, but we weren't here for a ceremony. We were running. From what? Of course. The dreaded Dudley. He was still incensed after the stolen clothes incident and wanted to teach us a lesson. I can almost see where we ran. We lost him for a moment and tried to hide. You pointed to the small courtyard and we ran in. We hid behind crates full of fish. They were stamped as fresh, but I remember my stomach did not agree with that statement.
Oh, no, that smell. It almost made me want to face Dudley. But before that happened, there was a noise. The idiot had a brain the size of a peanut, but when it came to finding us across the island, his cunning was almost supernatural.
Unlike us, he knew many kids on Cordona, and all were eager to get into his good favours. But this time, he met someone who wasn't scared of him. We heard a low growl first, then a dismissive cry, a loud bark after that, and a terrified scream a moment later.
And when we looked up, we saw only a big angry dog with ripped breeches in its jaw. I was scared, but you wanted to get closer, Sherry, remember?
He looked hungry, and I had a sandwich from home. He sniffed it cautiously and then accepted it and let me pet him. It was the first of many snacks.
Ugh, those dreaded ham and pickle sandwiches. Lucky for Toby, I'm more of a tuna guy.
John, I am starting to recall something else. Close nearby, under the building with a huge water tower on top, we saw it from the church.
Extra! Extra! Danger in the deep. Officer Ackley, in charge of investigating sailor's death, mentioned a vengeful fishwoman in his...
The cheapest news on the island. Thank you. Nothing new for you, I'm afraid.
Here.
Don't look at me. Try and remember.
We heard rumours that this place was haunted, strange lights in the night, people disappearing. One night we decided to investigate. Toby was with us, always happy to join on our escapades. He stopped when we neared the building and refused to go further, but I was resolute. It was pitch black, so we had to light the lamp. The smell of oil and burned hair filled the night. And something moved in the shadows. It was a man. I remember a dirty shirt, horrifying smile, and a pair of manacles in his hand. We turned to run. That's when we saw that we were cut off. This one had a rope in his hands. My heart sunk. Then I heard a growl. Toby jumped the slavers with all the fury his size contained. We got the hint and ran like the clappers. And I never saw our Toby again.
We departed Cordona soon after that night, Sherry. Perhaps he was hiding or wandering. It was not unlike him to disappear for weeks on end.
Yes, you may be right. I regret going to that place. Should have listened to Toby's warnings.
And leave a haunted building unexplored? You know very well that is a mystery that would have nagged us forever.
I know, and yet...
No sense dwelling on ifs and maybes. We can choose to remember those times how we want. I'll draw a picture. You just pick the scene.
I want us to remember our first meeting, our first sandwich.
Wouldn't have been my first choice, but that's all right. I'll draw it for you.
can't be right, Matthias. Murder? Impossible.
Good thing we helped him escape. Now focus, Sherry. Let's remember how we did it.
We snuck in when the archives were empty and found something on the archivist's table.
A top-secret map of catacombs beneath the prison, allowing us to rescue Matthias.
No, that's not right. It was something else. Let me focus on it. Ah, of course. It was the shift schedule. We wanted to know which officer was on prison duty that day.
That's not how I remember it. Or maybe... Yes. We went to find the officer's desk. That's where the map was.
We waited until no one was around, then searched the desk. You were on lookout, John.
Do you recall what we found here?
There was a chain of keys. We found something here, John, and something else. It was a police billy club, new, but already stained with blood.
What's important is that we found keys. By my memory, we crept
a half-eaten tuna sandwich. It was carefully wrapped in a hand-stitched kerchief. You almost took a bite, John. I remember a book with wax stains damaged by humidity. The officer used it to keep him company during long prison shifts.
What a long day.
Guards were lazy. Knowing their shift schedule, it was easy to sneak past them and find the right cell.
Yes, and with the keys and map in hand, we busted out Matthias and escaped through the catacombs.
John, no, that's not what happened. Let me remember. It was dark. His cell smelt of decay and excrement. I remember calling for him, but Matthias did not answer, so I walked inside. I saw a shape. It was moving just barely. I remember seeing his familiar yellow jacket now torn and covered in strange brown splotches. I saw his legs twisted at an impossible angle. Then someone called to me from the door. It was an officer. He didn't yell when he saw me. Understood it at a glance. He took me outside, told me to forget what I saw. In a way, I did.
Sherry, Come outside. We should take a photo of the cell. I know you want to remember the truth.
Rest easy, Matthias. John, I must find that loathsome mutton shunter Mitchell. I will find him. It's not fair. He deserved worse.
And Matthias deserved better. There's a lot of injustice in the world, Sherry. Your skills could make a difference for others like him.
Come, take a look at our clothes.
You'll never find such magnificent paint. My goods will brighten up your house. Enjoy your purchase. Make your garden cozier with... Sorry, I have nothing to offer you at present.
That was the thing.
That was the fun.
Do you know anything about this?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
That new one is so nervous.
Could you help me?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
Help me, please.
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
We found this old shipwreck soon after we arrived on Cordona. It quickly became our favourite place. I remember feeling safe.
Ahoy, our mighty frigate! All hands ahoy! Show me ye haven't become no lily-livered landlubber.
We needed a good sail, so obviously we went and stole some sheets from Mycroft's bed. He was furious. I'm sure he still holds the grudge.
'Twas a good rig we ran on him. Aye.
We wanted to name our ship. We took some planks and a bucket of paint from workers at the nearby construction site. Arabella, we called her.
A real woman of war, she was.
This helm was borrowed from Father's collection. He enlisted the police to try and find it, but all the while it was here helping us steer our ship.
Aye, Sherry, and ye were the best coxswain on the briny deep.
I'm starting to remember, John. We didn't stay here for long. Someone else came.
Shiver me timbers, those were the king's men. They came for our booty and to make us dance the Hepham jig.
No, John, that's not right. It was someone else. Let me focus. Of course. Dudley and his henchmen, they couldn't stand some rich kids playing on their territory. And their territory was wherever they saw us.
Those sons of biscuit eaters stood no chance against real swashbucklers.
Sure, but we ran, didn't we?
Well, yes, but only to get our weapon.
Savvy? Head up that bridge, buccaneer, to the cannon.
We wanted to teach them a lesson. Mycroft once said that this cannon was still operational. Obviously, we tried to fire it.
Aye, if we couldn't sail our Arabella, no one would. With one good shot broadside, we sent those freebooters to the Davy Jones.
John, this is getting ridiculous. We didn't fire the cannon. We couldn't fight those boys. We just ran. It was over. Just let it go.
No, stop your whining, you lubber. It's...
John, please, stop. I said it's over.
No, wait, Sherry. There is one more thing you need to see.
Oh, what's the point? To see another place we were chased away from?
No, this will be different. Trust me.
All right, John, one last place.
Avast ye!
It's this side of the bridge. A small cave on the beach. We left a sign on its wall. It might still be there.
I think I remember this place. Let me see what we can find.
This cave is my favourite place on Cordona. My favourite place in all the world.
If you're a bully, it's a bad idea to leave clothes unattended while swimming. Someone may repurpose your trousers into a surprisingly good sail. You can't put an old name on a new ship. That's why we called her Themis. This was my father's helm, so we had to steal it back from Dudley. It was high tide, and I caught a chill. Spent the next week in bed with a fever.
Oi, matey, let's get her shipshape once more.
This cave is my favourite place on Cordona. My favourite place in all the world.
I must admit, John, it was good to remember. Let's take a photograph.
Oh, Sherry, come on. I know you want to do it.
All hands ahoy! Weigh anchor and hoist the mizzen! Heave ho, First Mate John! We have a Spanish galleon to plunder! John, that's it. We've revisited all the places I wanted from my diary. Even without the rose-tinted glasses, it was good to remember, my friend.
Extra, extra! Hopkins hops to it! Interested in some Cordona news? Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Well done, Sherry.
Hey, this is
The
the
whole
luggage
man
we
looks
brought
much
from
in
London, isn't
our
it?
Youth. Brings back fond memories.
I hope this child will find his place in the world. He has great potential. Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
We used to take a shortcut down the banisters, much to everyone's annoyance.
Oh yeah, what fun. They had to fix these handrails several times. I wouldn't try it now, Sherry, tempting though it is.
Now it looks exactly like it was a decade ago. I can almost feel the memories hitting me. What a monstrosity! Where could such a creature even survive? Oh, I remember now. I never liked the way the books were sorted on these shelves.
That you didn't. Your brother often struggled to find his reading materials after our visits. When you're finished here, can we build a wigwam from the blankets? Like in the good old days. I can sense an incoming memory, Sherry. Do you?
I was was so frustrated to find only one bed in this room. Mycroft initially refused to bring another for you, but after a week-long dispute, he gave in.
What a stubborn man. How well do you think he would sleep without a bed? Oh, the room looks nice now. It's comforting to see the way it was meant to be.
My mother always preferred to spend her rare moments of lucidity with me.
That's true. She even stopped Mycroft from joining you. Remember?
I do. He didn't show it, but he was upset. I think Mother paid more attention to me because I was younger. Mycroft and his errands. Pshaw. Hello, Ma. I'm looking for the Chief Archivist, Ursula Oney. Where can I find her?
Miss Oney is away on official government business. My name is Merrill Levy, Deputy Chief Archivist. I am taking care of archival matters in her absence. How can I help you, Mr.
Holmes. I won't equivocate. I'm here to investigate Miss Oney's disappearance.
Her disappearance? But I told you that...
Yes, official government business. It's ironic, then, that the government knows nothing about it, don't you think?
Oh, so you're one of... them. Well, sir, I know that she had an assignment, but I'm not privy to any details.
You said that Miss Oney is away on official business. Were those her exact words to you?
No. She once mentioned she did some work for people in high places, so I guess I just assumed.
Is this the first time Miss Oni has been away so long?
Oh, no. She travels a lot. Government-related tasks, I believe. It's always confidential. Always on short notice. The alternative is that she simply went to visit her family on the Swahili coast. If that's the case, it would be quite a while before she returns.
Who would be so desperate to see relatives? I will have to inspect Miss Oni's office. There may be clues to her whereabouts among her personal effects. You must have a spare key?
Yes, but sir, there are rules. I cannot allow a stranger to rummage through my superior's possessions. What if she returns today?
She won't. If you like, we can notify the oafs at the police station and have them do the rummaging, but believe me, I'll be much more prudent. Furthermore, I will notice things they will not.
How do you mean?
Must we really waste the time? Fine. The past month hasn't been kind to you, Mrs. Levy. With your husband gone, the life of a working single mother must be exhausting. You're raising a child, yes?
Yes. Mikhail. What about him?
He's been throwing violent temper tantrums of late. Those scratch marks indicate you are unable to rein in his bad behavior. Perhaps if you spent more time at home.
I do not need a pimple-faced boy's unsolicited parenting advice. Just take the key and leave my son out of this.
Thank you kindly.
Damn these Capello safes, hiding all the juicy secrets.
A box of bonbons. Miss Oni has a sweet tooth.
Perhaps a gift from her admirer. I wonder if the poor bloke knows
It's a
she's
death
missing.
register from the last century. Interesting. What a vivid vermilion. She's proud of her roots. Solid gold. Looks like a family heirloom.
Do you expect me to follow?
This necklace was hidden in Miss Oni's office. Do you recognize it?
I can't say I do. It does look like something Miss Oni would wear. She's an extravagant, exotic woman.
Yes, perhaps too extravagant considering her profession. I found a rather curious letter that implicates Miss Oni in grave robbing. Has she ever mentioned the topic?
Did my employer ever mention that she was a grave robber? You spent too long at the hookah bar, Mr. Holmes. Of course she didn't. Miss Oni is certainly a private woman, but I know she'd never do something so despicable. That letter must be connected to her assignment.
So you think she was looking into these robberies?
That's the only reasonable explanation. Miss Oni is an excellent archivist. She always gets to the bottom of things.
As do I, Ma'am.
guests of Cordona, the treasures await you. Collect them all and return for more.
Do you know anything about this?
What a coincidence. I only learned of this recently myself.
Wait, I remember this tree, Sherry. Take a photograph and I'll tell you a story. We tried to imagine the lives of the dead based on their names and tombstones. I wrote about it in my diary. Do they have no qualms about robbing the dead?
Someone leant on this slab. Blood drops from a small wound. Traces of dirt from a shovel. Someone leant on this slab. All it takes is one precise strike. Miss Oni was here with an accomplice. Their argument led to a fight. That fight ended with a shovel to her head. No prizes for guessing where her body is. The blow killed her instantly. This earring was torn out by force. The fight must have been fierce. Buried with her precious treasures like an Egyptian pharaoh. There's dried blood under her fingernails. The murderers. Official government business, eh? Hey, stop right there.
Take this! I'm coming for you.
Don't bother moving. You've lost. Take a rest, my friend.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm coming.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Just die!
Don't bother moving. No more crime for you.
The snuff's ready.
Take a rest, my friend. Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Give him the pepper snuff. We can open.
Take a rest, my friend. Hey,
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Take a rest, my friend. Don't cry, you'll live.
I couldn't miss the party.
No more crime for you, and
the snuff's ready.
Don't bother moving.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live. Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Time to knock this guy out. Give him the pepper snuff.
Oh, don't cry, you'll live.
The snuff's ready.
Just die! I couldn't miss the party.
No more crime for you.
I'm coming.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Joseph.
The snuff's ready.
A contest for the guests of Cordona. Find hidden treasure.
Mrs. Levy, what a fortuitous coincidence. Let me guess. Leaving on official government business?
No, I need to take care of some urgent family matters. So if you'll excuse me...
I will not. See, I found something of yours, and I thought it only gentlemanly to return it. Your earring. And that was not the only thing I unearthed. You'll be pleased to know that no grave robbers have removed Miss Oni from where you left her.
Sir, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but I'm not the cold-blooded killer you think I am. Please let me explain.
You have dithered and obstructed enough today already. Save your stories for a court of law.
I'm begging you, Mr. Holmes. At least allow me to see my son one last time.
You've already seen him for the last time. Let's go.